In this video, we'll be demonstrating how to use the peer cluster feature within dynamic chamber benchmarking. To start, I've entered our operations survey, hovered over the metric comparisons tab, and clicked on operations data. The peer clusters function lives within the filter panel on each of the metric comparisons and reports pages. Peer clusters allow you to select the organizations that you are comparing yourself against. The list of organizations in this case are primary members of ACCE. To create a peer cluster, go to your filter panel and click Edit in the top right corner. Peer cluster is the first line of options, and all the way on the right, you're going to click the New button. Go ahead and give your peer cluster a name and click OK. The next screen will show you all of the chambers that you may add to your peer cluster. Again, these are members of ACCE. When you've identified the chamber that you'd like to add to your peer cluster list, go on the left-hand side and click the Add button. You'll see that it has been added above to your peer cluster. And if you would like to remove it, go ahead and click the Remove button. Now that I've added all of the chambers I wish to add to my peer cluster, I'll click Save at the bottom of the screen. When I go back to the drop-down to the right of the peer cluster filter option, my custom peer cluster is there. To apply it, go ahead and click the Done button in the top right-hand corner. Again, your filter panel will show you a message telling you whether your filters have been accepted or not. As a reminder, filters will not be accepted if the subset is smaller than 5 organizations. ACCE recommends that you put at least 10 accounts into your peer cluster, as some organizations may not participate in the annual benchmarking surveys. As you can see, my peer cluster pulled a subset of 20 different accounts, and there is an average of 14 responses per data point. I can now see the filtered results and how I compare to this specific peer cluster. You can always go back and edit your peer cluster. When I go back to my filter panel and click Edit, there is now an edit icon next to the peer cluster I've selected. This will allow me to add or remove different chambers that I've selected in my peer cluster. And if I want to get rid of this peer cluster, I can click on the Delete button to the right.